What is going on, members of the Shy Guy Squad, and welcome back to another Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire live UU battle, this time against Sean, otherwise known as Squirtle9110 on Twitter. Definitely give him a follow. He has a YouTube channel, but that shit is dead. We're gonna use battle music for today, because I only have 1 through 4, because I haven't finished the game just yet. Gonna bring our standard UU team, and we're gonna take a look at what Sean has brought here today. So let me get my notepad out, and then we'll see what your boy Sean has today. So he's got a Mega Blastoise, not surprised, Rotom-Heat. Pretty interesting Fire Water Grass Core, that's for sure, with Chestnut, Crobat. Nice team, I like it. Galvantula, and Umbreon. So nice team, I like it, I can dig it. I feel like he's going to lead with the whole Galvantula thing. So I kind of want to just give him that sense that you don't want to set up the webs because that would suck. So I'm going to lead with my Grass Sanding. I know I've led with Grass Sanding a lot in these matches, but at the same time, you can't really deny that Shaman is really, really good in this tier. 2 Psychic, rest is Seed Flare. And then I can potentially Earth Power that Galvantula, but the rest is basically Seed Flare. Like this team in particular. Like, his team is just Seed Flare City, barring the 2 things that I would Psychic over Seed Flare. I guess Galvantula is a bit of a hit and miss kind of thing, because when you think about it, Shaman Seed Flare is base 130, and he gets stabbed, so he gets like base 195. It's basically a high jump kick, which still makes like 97, base 97.5 or whatnot. So base 97. Technos, ooh, he leads with that. That's a nice lead. Good job on my opponent's part, getting that lead initiative. That's always nice. He's probably gonna Volt Switch, but on the off chance that he goes for the Overheat, trying to get some early chip damage. I feel like this is very loud, but screw it. On the off chance that he wants to get some early initiative, I'm gonna go into Rotom. Or not my Rotom. I want to go into Arcanine because that gives me some initiative. If he goes for Volt Switch, that would suck. He's probably going to go into Blastoise then, which means I can follow back into my Shaman and then click Seed Flare on something. So he is just going to go for that Overheat, which is probably going to do jack shit to my Arcanine as I am Spadef. Rotom, did you just touch me? Did you even touch me, bruh? That did nothing. That tickled. But he is definitely going to swap, though, into what I do now. Probably the Blastoise, I wouldn't be surprised. He's probably going to Volt Switch into the Blastoise. He could Hard Swap into the Blastoise, but if I think Volt Switch is a better play just to get some chip damage off. Always want to keep your opponent as low as possible. I outspeed. What? My Arcanine outspeeds his Rotom? Okay, I see you, Sean. Nice and slow Volt Switch. I expected me to be slower. I'm not a speed invested Arcanine by any means at all. So now he's going to go into Leonardo. You know what? I'm about to show this man. I could go into Shaman. Now, you know what? Screw it. We're going to wait. We're waiting for the right time. I'm going to go into Grass Sanding right now. Honestly, I can go into Sunburnt as he goes for a Scald or Water Pulse. Some people run Water Pulse Blastoise, and I kind of would see Sean do that. I can see him do that, even though Scald is just overall better, or even Hydro Pump for that matter. If he runs Hydro Pump, that'd be cool. But Sean, Squirtle, is gonna Mega Evolve his Blastoise, nice and appropriate. He's gonna go for the Ice Beam, nice and safe middle ground play. That's not gonna do too much to my here, but he has no resistance. Well, he has no switch-ins, no immunities, no Crocodiles, no Nidoqueens, no Nidokings, no ground types to take my Volt Switch. So that's lucky for us, and I need to clean my friends list after this because I have 100 out of 100 right now. I need to wipe that shit clean again, and then add up people. So he's gonna withdraw his Blastoise. So of course he wants to preserve that thing, and then he's gonna go into Technos, which is his Rotom. So you know what? This man was so kind and showed me his Blastoise. How about I show you mine? It's your boy Sean. Your boy Sean is here. This is I find this mildly entertaining. I want to see if he says anything. But I find this mildly entertaining that, you know, it's Sean. I could Ice Beam. Probably my safest bet. I think I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna go for an Ice Beam. I'm gonna do just like he did. Make the safe play. Go for Ice Beam, because Chestnut doesn't want to take it, Crobat doesn't want to take it, Galvantula definitely doesn't, and Umbreon is like his only switch-in right here. I mean, Mega Blastoise could also be a switch-in for that matter. He opts to stay in, probably gonna go for that Volt Switch. Expecting him to outspeed. I think he does, because I speed tie with base 80s. Yeah, I speed tie with base 80s, so he's gonna Volt Switch on me. That's gonna do some decent damage. And then he's gonna go into Chestnut, maybe. Blastoise? Sean versus Leonardo? Is that gonna be a thing? Matchup of the century? Matchup of the decade? Of the year? Month? Of Halloween? Tank. No, he switches into a grass type on the Ice Beam. I do appreciate me some of that, though. Catch that. Boy. You did not appreciate that, my friend. I could go for a middle ground, a Flash Cannon right now, but I think I'm just going to go for another Ice Beam. To be honest, I think Scald would even pick him off from there, seeing as Ice Beam did 80%. And Scald is only resist. I mean, this is base 180, Scald is base 80, plus that divided by 2 is base 60. Yeah, I'd say Scald would have picked them off there, but you know what? We're going to take an early 5 minutes in, 6-5 lead. As he now switches into Goma, which is this thing. I could play with him setting up Sticky Web, or I could go for the Lobo. You know, I'm gonna Rapid Spin. I'm gonna spin on the off chance that he sets up webs. I'm not allowing him to set up webs. He can attack me all he wants, but I'm not allowing this man to set up webs. I don't want webs on my battlefield. I don't appreciate that. This time, I feel like he's going to attack me. He's going to attack me, and he's going to attack me with a electric type attack. So I'm going to go into my... I could go into Sunburnt and Hyper Voice. But at the same time, I could go into Grass Sanic and just, well, Seed Flare. Now I'm going to go into Sunburnt and see what he does. Sean can still always come in, and there's plenty of things they can spin on, especially Umbreon, so I don't mind. He goes for Thunder, he misses the Thunder, very unfortunate on my opponent's part, definitely, for sure. I'm just going to go for a Hyper Voice as it is a safe middle ground play, and once again my opponent has no resistances to, well, this time it doesn't even have resistances. So my specs and no webs to worry about. Good job, Heliolisk. That is exactly what you do. I'm proud of you, Heliolisk. You did exactly what you needed to do. So we've eliminated his Chestnut and Galvantula out of the playing field. So that's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. I have osteoporosis. So in comes Technus the Rotom, and I'm just going to go for my Choice Specs Hyper Voice. See how much it does to this thing. We can kind of get a better grasp of what type of Rotom this is. Like what type of Rotom-Heat this is, if it's Spadef, if it's Fistef. Let's see how much this does. I'd say that's definitely a Spadef Rotom, but he's going to Volt Switch. Very nice play, very nice. Very nice for us, at least. So he's going to try to get some initiative, probably go Crobat. Trying to think, what would he swap in? Blastoise kind of makes sense. I don't know if he knows that I'm Specs or not. He could very well know that. I'm not quite sure. Alucard. So he is going to go into the Crobat. That is fine by me. I'm going to switch into Doggo, and then I'm going to go for a close combat, I think. Or a Will-O-Wisp. I can freely fire off them things right now, can't I? No, he has Rotom-Heat still. Chestnut and Galvantula are gone. Not. So he's going to go for the Cross Poison. Interesting play on my opponent's part. That thing has a chance to poison, as we saw in the battle against Nick Reckless Bat. So this is the second Crobat we've seen. Pretty sure. I could toss out a Will-O-Wisp, see. I could go for close combat. I can go for safe Flare Blitz, but I'm going to go for Will-O-Wisp, see what he does. If he decides to U-turn into Rotom, that makes perfect sense. If he will U-turns into Mega Blastoise, that also makes very much sense. The only play that doesn't make sense is either A, stay in and go for Brave Bird, or B, go into Umbreon. That's crazy. But honestly, we'll see what this man opts to go for. We're currently up 6-4, which is kind of nice. We'll see. He decides to withdraw, probably into Rotom. Rotom makes the most sense, but he goes into... He actually goes into the Umbreon. What? Why? Why would you do that? I mean, sure, I'll take it. I guess this is your physically defensive Pokemon? Since your Rotom is more specially defensive? I mean, I can toss out close combats against you. I'm Spadef. I don't really have recovery, per se. I could always swap into Sylveon as well. But that means that Crobat comes back in, or Rotom. Boy, that thing is not physically defensive. That was a crit. Jesus Christ, Arcanine. So he's going to go for a Toxic. He's going to go for a Verlis real quick. But that did so much damage. He has to be Spadef. There's no other way that close combat does that much damage to an Umbreon. I refuse to believe that there's a world where Arcanine does that much damage to an Umbreon. It's an Umbreon, for Christ's sake. But Umbreon is going to go down, and that is always something we like. Seeing those defensive walls crumble, shatter, fall apart. We do like ourselves some of that, don't we, guys? Indeed, we do. We do indeed. So, he has the Crobat, the Rotom, and the Blastoise left. The Blastoise is incredibly healthier, as we can see right here. Knowing that we outsped the Rotom makes me want to believe that I outspeed this as well. Do I need Arcanine anymore? I don't? Not necessarily, no. I'm gonna go into Sunburnt. On the off chance that he goes for Scald here. I think he would go for Scald and I can get Dry Skin recovery and then I can Volt Switch out again. So I'm gonna go into my Heliolisk, my boy Sunburnt. See if I can get some recovery. As he goes for an Aura Sphere, boy. Boy. Heliolisk got fucking destroyed. Your boy got destroyed, boy. Wow, your boy got destroyed, boy. Could go Grass Sanic right now because I am Scarf. I can go Seed Flares for days. I could go into Sylveon and just Hyper Voice for days. Let's see. Like a Blast. No, I can't. So I can't Seed Flare for days either because Crobat. Crobat is being a real nuisance to me. It's been a real nuisance in this whole team building. I could Psychic. Psychic is a very safe middle ground play. But this man has Ice Beam. And he's not afraid to click that Ice Beam. He shouldn't be, at least. So we're up 5-3, though, so we're kind of ahead right now. I'm going to click that Seed Flare button, and that's going to do so much damage to this thing. Jesus. Oh my god, he lived. Help. Help. Okay, we're good. We're good, guys. We're good. I lived. Can't say the same for his Blastoise now, though, if I land this next Seed Flare. Commentator's Curse, I'm probably going to miss now. Hopefully he just swaps into his Crobat or something like that. I'd appreciate if he swaps into Crobat. I'd honestly appreciate if he swaps into Crobat right now, because I don't mind missing Crobat. If I miss Crobat, that is fine. If I miss Blastoise, that would suck. If I miss Rotom, it's fine. As long as he doesn't stay in. Okay, so I can miss my move now. It's perfectly fine. I don't mind. He's going to go into Alucard, the Quad Resist, Nessun Young Quad Resist, and Commentator's Curse didn't break through. Look at that. I ain't gonna do shit, though. Spadef drop? Ooh, clean, 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 clean. We do like ourselves Spadef drops. And now we can go into... You can go into Arcanine again, to be honest. I'm already poisoned. I can get myself some of that Intimidate, though. And then I can drop myself a Flare Blitz on something. Or Close Combat, for that matter. Really, I can actually throw a Will-O-Wisps. I'd probably throw a Close Combats until the thing is dead. So he's going to Brave Bird. It's going to get nice and recoil. Let's see. It's going to do some nice damage. I think I want to Extreme Speed this Crobat. Also, I want to take a moment. Look at Crobat. Ever since I saw that one picture, I can't take my eyes off of that. Crobat has eyes and a mustache. That's no longer its mouth. That's a mustache. Under there is a mouth. It's not visible. That's the whole case around that, because Crobat doesn't have a mouth. It has a mustache and eyes and 4 wings and a body. And two little clumsy feet under there. I see them. I see those little feet. That did nothing. Brave Bird's gonna take me out. I can go into my boy Shaman again. I can click that Psychic. Because Psychic is gonna do some good damage to the rest of this man's team. Seeing as he has a Crobat, a very, very weakened. This thing is -2 as well, so I could go Shaman. I could go with my other Scarfer as well, but that would be kind of bad. So I'm gonna go with Shaman. I'm gonna start clicking Psychic. Shaman's cry is so cute. Look at this little grass hedgehog. It's my grass Sanic. He's so cute. Die. You're -2. Crobat goes down. Crobat does indeed go down. Next up is the Rotom-Heat, probably Technus. This thing is quite healthy, actually. I'm not going to call it done just yet. He could easily bring this back. Rotom and Blastoise can be plenty enough to bring this whole game back. If he makes the right plays and I choke a little bit, then Sean can still win this. I can very well, yep, that was a choke. He shouldn't have swapped right there. Because now his Rotom is basically healthy again. Like, he has all the health he needs. Shows it kind of has very little HP right now, because I think Pain Split kind of puts us around the same HP, you know, he heals, he takes off my HP to heal. Kind of like how Soft Boiled works outside of battle. I could Shadow Ball, I mean, try to go for Spidef drops, that's the only thing I can really see working here. I wouldn't see him Volt Switching. Pain Split, I guess Will-O-Wisp would make sense from his side. I think Sylveon can win this game, though, just because Wish Protect. Or just generally Wish in offense. So he is going to go for the Will-O-Wisp like I expected. So he's making the right place right here. So he's going to burn me. I can go for a Shadow Ball real quick. Maybe try to get his Spidef drop. Leftovers Rotom-Heat is definitely proven itself to be a bit of a nuisance to my team. But right now, I think his play would be to possibly Volt Switch. I think this is the time where I go into my... Unless he double Willows, I might actually lose if he double Will-O-Wisps. But if I go into my Mienshao right now, land a Stone Edge, then I think it's game. But if not, then we lose. He goes for an Overheat. If this kills, then I also lose. But that's a different side of the story. It shouldn't kill. Thank God for that. Thank God for no crits. That was a very risky swap on my part, but I figured it wouldn't kill. Since he's defensive, or Spidef I mean, and not offensive. So I am going to go for a Stone Edge right here. Hopefully, pray to God that I can connect it. And then land on Blastoise as well. Well, on Blastoise I can always, even if I miss, I can swap out into... my Shaman and go for a Seed Flare. This man just... Oh god. Oh god. I'm sorry, Sean. I'm sorry. You missed that. You missed your 15% inaccurate move, and I land my 20% inaccurate. 80% accurate, 85% accurate. I feel like, I don't know. Whatever. And I land my second Stone Edge as well. That is wild. But yeah, we're going to knock out the Rotom there, though, with a crit. Crit definitely mattered right there. And that means he only has the Blastoise left. Leonardo, the final Mon, standing in the way of my W. I could try to preserve differential by going into Shaman, or even my own Sean. Actually, I want to have Sean versus Sean for a moment. Give me a moment. I want this moment to be a thing. I'm sorry, Sean. Don't take this to heart. I just want my Sean to beat Leonardo. He's going to go for the Hydro... Oh, and he misses Hydro Pump. I feel terrible. How bad of a human being am I? I'm a terrible human being. I want that kill so bad. I want it. I really want it. I'm a terrible person. And because I am such a terrible person, I'm going to finish him off with Scald. Sean picking off Leonardo. How fitting. I'm a terrible human being. I try to get that rapid spin, cheeky rapid spin kill. I wanted it so bad. But we defeat Sean with Sean. Seanception. 4-0 victory. What a way to end off this UU team. Tell me in the comment section down below what tier I should work with next, and I'll try to get that team done as soon as possible. And then make sure to follow me on Twitter, because that is where I ask for battles. If you want a chance to be featured on one of these battles, then make sure to hit that like button. And starting next time, we'll see if we'll do a giveaway of the kind of like main attraction of the team that I decided to go for. But you need to tell me what tier, specifically tier, you want me to work with. So Smogon tiers, OU, UU, RU, and UPU. I'm not good in the lower tier, so RU, I'm kind of familiar, not really. NU, I'm absolute fucking garbage. PU, even worse. And OU, I'm also kind of comfortable, to be honest. So make sure to leave a comment of what tier you want, and also what you thought of the team. Also, what opinion you like. Do you like in-game music and cries, custom music and cries, or just silence with custom music? So let me know that in the comments as well. If you're new, subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. See ya!